Just because it hasn't happened yet doesn't mean it's not going to happen. A delay is not a sign of denial. It's often the evidence that God is preparing something greater than what you asked for. We live in a world of instant gratification. Instant messages, instant meals, instant responses. But the promises of God aren't always instant. They're intentional. And when God says, wait, He's not punishing you. He's positioning you. He's not ignoring you. He's orchestrating something you can't see yet. Isaiah 55:8-9 says, "For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, declares the Lord." That means what feels like a pause to us is often part of His perfect plan. It's in the waiting that your faith gets tested. It's in the waiting that your character gets developed. See, anybody can praise God when doors are flying open. But what about when it feels like heaven is silent? What about when you've prayed, fasted, cried, and still nothing changes? That's when you need to remember. Delay is not denial. Look at Joseph. God gave him a dream that one day he would lead, that even his own family would bow before him. But instead of rising to power immediately, he was betrayed by his brothers, thrown in a pit, sold as a slave, falsely accused, and thrown into prison. For 13 years, nothing looked like the promise. Everything said denial. But in Genesis 39, it says repeatedly, "The Lord was with Joseph." That's the key. Even when the situation didn't change, God hadn't left. He was developing Joseph's strength. He was molding Joseph's leadership. He was preparing Joseph to handle the palace. Some of you are in a pit right now, not because God has forgotten you, but because He's preparing you. If Joseph had gone straight to the throne, he wouldn't have had the wisdom, the humility, or the resilience to stay there. The delay was divine. And when the time was right, not 1 second too early or too late, God brought him out and elevated him to second in command of all Egypt. What looked like a detour was actually the direct route to destiny. Galatians 6:9 reminds us, "Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up." The proper time, that's God's time, not our schedule, not our deadline, but heaven's perfect timeline. See, if you get it too early, it can crush you. If you get it prematurely, you may mishandle it. But when God delivers it in His timing, it fits like a glove. It blesses you and everyone around you. Don't curse the wait. Don't get bitter in the delay. Instead, get better. Use the delay to grow, to refine, to strengthen your spiritual muscles. Isaiah 40:31 says, "But those who wait on the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not faint." Waiting is not weakness. It's warfare. Every time you trust instead of complain, praise instead of panic, stay instead of run, you're declaring war on doubt. You're saying, "I believe God's promise even when I don't see it yet." Abraham waited 25 years for his promised son. David was anointed king but waited years before wearing the crown. Jesus waited until he was 30 to begin his ministry. If God made you a promise, He is not a man that He should lie. Numbers 23:19 says, "Does He speak and then not act? Does He promise and not fulfill?" Your waiting season is not wasted. It's waited with purpose. You may not understand the delay now, but one day you'll look back and thank God it didn't happen when you asked. You'll say, "God, thank you for not opening that door too soon. Thank you for holding back what I wasn't ready for. Thank you for making me wait, because in the waiting, you made me stronger." Stop measuring God's faithfulness by your calendar. Start trusting His character. He's never failed before, and He's not about to start now. Psalm 27:14 says, "Wait for the Lord, be strong and take heart, and wait for the Lord." You're not being overlooked. You're being prepared. And when the time is right, everything He promised will fall into place. The delay is not the end of the story. It's just the setup. Keep believing. Keep standing. Keep hoping. because the wait always precedes the wonder. And when God moves, it will be worth every second you held on in faith.